All right, this is more for myself than anybody. About the custom map. Okay, it's down here. There it is. Normally, it's the custom map is turned off. I had to figure this out here. Um, I went through a series of actions, and this is the big one. This kind of tells you, right, the center point is there, right, and from here, if you add those values up to, it goes up to 619,200, right? That'll bring the center on the y axis up, and then down here is minus 600,000 all the way down here. Now they have arrows. Uh, they have these little arrows over here, and this is what confused me because when I was scrolling down to zero, it wouldn't go below zero, so I couldn't do a negative, right? And clearly on the map, um, you have a negative values here. So you have to actually just manually put them in. That's what I had to figure out, and yeah, and the numbers actually go to 600,000. I had to check. I did it like 4 or 5 times, but here's what I did first. I tried 5, 0 for the centers and 1 and 1 height. Okay, and that's how small it is. Okay, but it still takes um, 2.5 minutes. Let's see here. It still takes a while to run across it. 2 minutes and 40 seconds to run across that little orange square there. From corner to corner is 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Okay, that's how we judge distance with time. Um, so then I tried 0, 0, and I went 4 and 0.5 because the last one was 1 and 1. Right, and this is what it looked like. So I went 4 wide and 0.5, right, and there you see it. Okay, and then I started changing the numbers just a little bit, right, and then I changed the number a little bit. Um, that's actually what I did here. I changed the numbers a little bit, and I really couldn't see the difference, right? It didn't look like the center moved, but it did. It just that the values go up to 500,000 plus. So to make that box move, you've really got to add or subtract some serious numbers. Um, so it's figure 1,200,000, right? Here you got. Um, this is the old map too. This isn't even the updated one. 600,000 to 4. So it's basically, wait a minute. 600,000 is half, and then another 600,000. So what you got is, if you look at the map, divide 600,000 divided 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's about 120,000 for each sector, right? So that's, if you want to move it over a sector, you go about 120,000 if my math is right, and that'll get this orange box over to here. Like I said, anyway, so I did the change here, and I didn't really see any difference in the center. But then I made a big change. Okay, right here, I went 150,000, and then suddenly the box finally moved. That's what it took, right? I went 150,000, right? So then I tried 450,000 on the same value, and it went all the way over, and it was too far because this was too wide. The center was too close, and it scooted the whole box up to the corner like it got squished up there. Hang on. Yeah, so it squished it up, right? Because the center was too close, and the box was too wide, and it whooshed. Because I didn't touch the value, the up and down value at all, but it squished right up there. So anyway, so then I tried 300,000, a more reasonable number, right? The last one was 450,000, and with a box that wide, it squished up. So I went to 300,000, and now you see that's what it was. So I could have gone maybe another 50,000 to get it right to the edge. But if you go too far, it's like soap coming out of your hand, Anyway, so then I went minus 200,000. Right now, I finally put a minus value because, like I said, I was playing with these arrows. It would get down to 0 and it would stop. I'm like, shit. But you actually just put the value in the little hyphen for a negative. And when you did that, minus 200,000, I finally got the box over where I wanted in the airport area. And then I went to 50,000 plus, and I went minus 45,000 on this one because I wanted to drop it down a little. And there it is. See the difference? And that's, I think, a good play space for our games. I'll probably make the box not so tall, right, to almost force airport action where you can't hide, right? And it's pretty much in the middle. I could maybe squeak it over another 10,000 and get that airport in the middle. And there's that thing again. And then there's that. And that's it. So it is as simple as their explanation says. But there's a couple things you can't quite figure out until you try it, until you play with it. It would be nice if they had more than just 2 lines. If they added some other lines to, some common denominator divisibles, whatever, if that's even a word. Divided up just to maybe 4 or 6 lines. I could do that myself. It's simple enough math, but they're not actually in the center. That's the thing. You got 619, 200, and and even 600,000, right? And the same thing here, you got 600,000. So, why is that? I don't even want to try to figure it out. Why didn't they just make it in a more even number? These numbers actually are probably changed now because there's new column. There's a new column, and there's a new row. So these are actually probably more like 800,000 now. Which makes sense when okay. Well, anyway, that's it for this video. Just a reminder for myself how that works.